What's up, guys? It's me, Devourer Skyrim, again, with a ton of information that is based off of the second bus route. If you haven't seen my first video, I highly encourage you do. My first video has a lot of information that this video is based upon. So I have a lot of theories and a lot of different things that I gotta give out to you guys. First of all, I researched a bunch of Babylonian crap. A lot of it was about the same thing with Capricorn, Aquarius, zodiac symbols, such, but I did find this one thing about an equinox that actually is Babylonian. There's more equinoxes, I think, I don't know, but the Babylonian one. It focuses on the sun passing the celestial sphere twice a year, which I really didn't take this into mind because it just sounds like crap. Celestial sphere twice a year. Twice a year. Now I'm using that as the Babylon and Nineveh, but that really didn't struck importance to me. But then I kept researching, and I was on dictionary.com looking up special words that were found around multiplayer maps, and I decided to type in transit, Tranzit. Well, transit is misspelled. Transit is spelled Transit, and this is some significance. If you research the word T, just type in T, it comes up with a ton of things. The definition is the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the end, which kind of makes transit sound really cool, because alpha, omega, the Z. But it is, Z also stands for zenith distance. Zenith distance is the amount of distance, like the amount of distance from the celestial sphere to the middle of the sphere. And I'm like, celestial sphere. Didn't I hear this? And yes, I did. It is part of the Babylonian equinox. So there's something there. And then I went to play zombies to check out the map some more. And I'm sorry I don't have a picture. I just picked a video and posted this so you guys could see this as quick as possible. But when you enter Xbox 360 Live Zombies, there is a type of world, a world with the bones and wheel that is the symbol for transit. What if that sphere is not Earth? What if that sphere is a celestial sphere that transit is referring to with a Z, zenith distance? And this is a lot to take in. It's a very high theory, but this isn't the only thing in the video. Anyway, I'm thinking that throughout the map there's different sets of numbers and letters. That's actually a special code. A special code that equals somehow the zenith distance. And that is part of the Easter egg type thing on how to be able to put the jet engine on the back of the bus. And that will, in fact, let you get to the second bus route, like my first video, tells you. But, that's the first part of this video. The second part is about a Babylonian storybook. This Babylonian storybook is called The Epic of Gilgamesh. You guys might have heard of it if you're actually old enough to play Black Ops 2, but for the viewers who do not know, the Epic of Gilgamesh is about a warrior who seeks eternal life. But before I get into that, I want to tell you guys that Epic of Gilgamesh was found in the Great Library that was made by the Assyrians, the last leader, great king of the Assyrians, named Sargon. Sargon. Now, Assyrians, I haven't mentioned them before, but Nineveh is the capital. So the Assyrians has to have something special with the bus route, because I've already explained this in my first video. The Capricorn has two horns, one representing Babylon, one representing Nineveh. Babylon is the bus route we know. Nineveh is the one we do not. Anyway, onto my video. The story was found in the Great Library of the Assyrian, same thing, and it is about a warrior who wants to find eternal life, and he knows someone who already has eternal life, and he's trying to find this one person. He goes to place to place to place, and I've read a lot of it, but it gets boring after a while. I've read about, there's 12 tablets. I've read about 5 of them and scanned over the rest. In the first few tablets, it states he leaves his home and goes to a place where he is served lots of food, lots of drinks, wealthy stuff, because people support him. And this struck me as really creative, because this might be the diner. The diner is not a separate map. Maybe the diner is a special part of the Easter egg, because it is where people are served food that is normally not, made at their own house. And so this, I kept reading, and the characters are phenomenal. Gilgamesh has a kind of a spiritual friend who tries to steer him into the right direction. His name's like Enkudai or Enkudai, I think. But this guy reminded me of Richtofen, because he's a spiritual guy who he's like a god type of guy who doesn't want Gilgamesh to have eternal life. He goes along with him, but at the very end he's like, nope. And it really reminded me of Richtofen, because Richtofen, everyone knows him. He's like a jerk in Black Ops 1 type of thing. And then there's this great beast called Kumbaba. Yes, Kumbaba. And this guy, Gilgamesh tries to kill, and he's on this path to seeking eternal life. And this guy could symbolize the Electric Man, or the Electric Man could symbolize Kumbaba, but I have no real evidence. But I do have I have one or two interesting facts about the Epic of Gilgamesh that really pushes me into thinking this is legit. When during his reign on trying to get eternal life, he comes across this place where this almighty, already immortal guy has already came. So he goes into it, but it's guarded by scorpions. 2 scorpion warriors that cannot be hurt by swords. They have to die by magic, fire, special stuff. And this is like, can you say copying? Because in Tranzit, the almighty Pack-a-Punch room is guarded by 2 giant doors that can't be hurt unless you have explosives. And this really is close. This really is extremely close to actually being part of the Easter egg. So I really think that they created Transit based off of the Babylon stuff. Oh, yeah. Before I forget, at the very end of the Epic of Gilgamesh, Gilgamesh prays to four gods that I'm not gonna even try to pronounce their name, but in Transit, there's four players. Now, obviously, it's like, well, is it every Black Ops wants four players, right? Well, there's four nav cards, correct? In Transit, four nav cards. And I said in my first video, if I recall correctly, that I don't think the nav cards have anything to do with them. Now, there might be a possibility because he prays to the first three gods and nothing happens. They're just like, nope, you betrayed me. You prayed to a different god. No thanks. And he prays to the fourth one, which is like the fertility god or something. And she says yes. She helps him get eternal life, and him achieving eternal life is like us getting the bus route, the second bus route. And I think that there is a place in Transit you can put the nav cards in, and something special could happen if you put all four nav cards in. And I really think that's possible. So I'm gonna try to do that. But you do have to do the Tower of Babel Easter egg. If you guys can do it, and like I'm gonna try to do it, but if you guys have already done it and tried it, message me so I can keep researching something else because I don't want to waste my time. Thanks for watching. That's really all what I got right now. Yeah, that's his yeah, Gilgamesh's friend dies. That Nkudai Richtofen type of guy, he dies. So maybe Richtofen dies later on, but that would kind of suck. Anyway, thanks for watching. So like, subscribe, comment, definitely subscribe because I will be coming out with more, and I'm so excited. I feel like I'm getting close. I feel like if this works, that boom, my up goes my ratings and whatnot. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like I said, and stay tuned.